All right, are we live? I think we're live. I think it's live. Are we live here today? Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Mystic HillBillie Live, where I go live every day in Leo season in 2025. So we are live in 2025, loving the Leo season live. So hello, everyone, and welcome to another Mystic HillBillie Live. So I got to sleep in today, and I am so grateful that I got to sleep in today. And this thing is just a little bit cray, but it's all good. So I'm grateful that I got to sleep in today. For the past couple weeks, I've been coon sitting, and person I'm coon sitting for has had to open, but today they are closing. So I'll have the coon in the afternoon now. So no more early mornings, which makes me so happy because I don't like getting up super early all the time. And it really is nice to just sleep in and wake up just naturally. And I feel so blessed that I live a life where I can wake up naturally. Truly, truly, truly blessed for that. There's a lot of people, especially in my country, that they have got to get up and they've got to go to work. And it's just, couldn't imagine living that life. In fact, I wouldn't live that life. I would off myself. That's the truth. And I don't know. You guys can think whatever you want about me. But anyway, today I woke up on Leo 22 degrees. 22 degrees Leo, which is a net 4. I am a net 4. I love the net 4 energy. I'm wearing my dragon shirt, my dragon shorts. I'm not really going to show you guys that, but it's what I wear on my net 4 days. I love it. And excuse me, I just choked on it, you guys. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry about that. Oh, I inhaled way too much. Okay. So anyway, the topic that I have for today, for 22 degrees Leo, is Mystic HillBillie. Where I came up with that name, why I'm here, what's going on, what in the world is going on. Well, first of all, I'm not a normal person. I've never been a normal person. I don't do things that normal people do. I don't do things the same reason that normal people do. I am a net 4. I'm a net 4, and I know many net 4 people, and we're different, and I love it. I love that. I love it so much. And the Mystic HillBillie in this right here is not for money. The Celestial Grove is not for money. It is so that I can do something that my heart and my soul loves, so that I can find a reason to live on this earth. Honestly, I just, yeah. I don't, people are like, go get a job. I'm like, I'm not doing this to replace a job. So even if I did go get a job, I would still be doing this. And people are like, not very many people really support me. And that's okay. I have way more haters than I have supporters, but I'm not really doing this for the supporters or the haters. And it's me. It's my project. It's what I'm doing because I want to. So that's why I'm here. I'm trying to read. Hello, Mario. Hello, Cloverfield. The patient eats backwards, which is so cool. I mean, I love anything somebody does different. What color do my toes love? My toes love indigo. Trying to support you, and I love you. Oh, thank you so much for your support and your love. I really, really appreciate that. And OF. I will never do OF. Ever, 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 ever. It'll never be me. That'll never be what I do. It's just not in me. It's not in me. What I want to do more than anything in the world is to teach these spiritual concepts that people don't know or understand. These deep spiritual concepts that I've studied for a long time, I came to a point in my studies, which I would have never wanted to share this with anyone. I never would have wanted to, but I came to a point in my studies where it was like, you're going to lose your knowledge if you don't share your knowledge. So that's really why I built Mystic HillBillie. And what birthed Mystic HillBillie was a realization that I cannot continue to read all these books. I cannot continue to put knowledge in it, and I love that. I love putting knowledge in. I there's nothing in the world that's better than reading a book from the 1800s, from the 1600s. Oh my gosh, if you can get your hands on a philosophy book from the 1600s and truly understand. And see, here's another thing. If you do read these older books, older philosophy books, they are going to be a little bit wrong. You have to kind of bring modern day thought into it, which I love doing. But I realized I came to a point where it was like, your brain isn't going to retain any more information. In fact, it will start losing information if I don't start sharing it. And this is written in my chart too. I have a grand stellium in Sagittarius, and I have a north node in Gemini. What that means is that I have the knowledge. It's time for me to share it. And I really do think that part of the reason why my soul came into this body, into this life, is to share knowledge. And here's the thing. People don't, like, whenever I start to share this knowledge, I start to share spiritual evolution. I mean, if you go back on my thing, if sometimes it lets me put the replay of the chat, sometimes it doesn't. But if you go back and you look, people are saying, where did you get this information? You're just making this up. You don't know. They don't know that I know. They don't know that I know. They don't know that I didn't make this up. Like, I didn't make this up. I read this from multiple different, like from the 1600s, from the 1700s, from the 1800s, from the 1900s. I've read it from different philosophers from different ages, the same thing. Like, the truth should last through ages. That's the truth. It should last through ages. And what I was trying to say is I will never do OF because I want to be a spiritual teacher. I want to be the crone. I want to be the crone more than anything in the whole entire world. That's what I want to be, is the crone. Like, in a women's world, in a woman's life, she goes through multiple phases, and it's the maiden, the mother, and the crone. You don't have to be a mom to be in the mother phase. You could mother other things in the mother phase. I'm in the mother phase. I'm still in the mother phase. I'm not quite crone yet. I wish that I was. I think if I was a crone, nobody would ask me to do OF. Nobody would, because, I mean, nobody wants the crone on OF, right? But I really wish, I enjoyed more when the guys were like, ew, you're fat, you're ugly. I was enjoying that. I was like, yes, 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 let me be fat. Let me be ugly to these guys. Like, I have a Venus in Scorpio, so I've attracted men my whole life. It's not great. It's not as great as you guys think it is. And honestly, I'm not near as pretty as I used to be back in the day. And that is wonderful. I love that. And it is awesome. It is awesome. It's also why I'm showing up every day without makeup right now for the Leo season live. I'm not trying to teach yet. Whenever I do try to teach, makeup is kind of important. But I think if I get to be that old crone, I don't have to do makeup as much anymore. But as far as have to goes, my inner child loves doing makeup and she does it wild. So I just let her go with it. But I'm in my 40s. So yeah, I'm getting there. And OF at any time in my life can destroy my crondom. It will. Any time in my life, it will destroy the wisdom that I want to share in my older life. So that's why I will never, ever do OF. And I don't look down on people that do OF. In fact, I look up to you. I think you're freaking awesome. I would like to give you a high five, girl or guy. Anybody that's doing that, I hope you have the best time with it. Enjoy it. Do your thing. But my thing is to share hidden knowledge and hidden wisdom. And yeah, I just feel like OF would completely discredit anything that I could share or have to say. And that breaks my heart, because the people that would receive the knowledge and the wisdom and the understanding, I could lock out just because I did something in my 20s, and it really is sad, but that's the reality of the world that we live in. So I don't want to sabotage certain people's ability to receive the mystical knowledge from me just because I did something like that. So I would never do anything like that. And that's not really what the topic was supposed to be about. It's just somebody asked me if I would do that 2 days in a row. So anyways, the topic today is Mystic Hillbillie. Why Mystic Hillbillie? In fact, I've had multiple people tell me that I should drop the hillbilly because nobody respects a hillbilly. Nobody will ever respect a hillbilly. And that nobody likes a hillbilly. Like, nobody likes a hillbilly at all. And to me, that's why I should keep the name, which is kind of the opposite of what I was just saying with the OF thing, but the OF thing is completely different. With the hillbilly name, I can show you guys that hillbillies aren't exactly what you think that they are. Yes, they do fall into the stereotypes at times, but not always. And that's important to show in the world. If you are any type of stereotype and you don't fit into your stereotype, it's important for you to show that. However you show it. You don't have to be live on YouTube to do that, but to show it and to really exemplify that to the people in your life, And so that's why I chose hillbilly. And also I chose hillbilly because it's my heritage. It is my heritage. It's where I come from. And I don't believe that you can be a spiritual person and deny your own heritage, hate your own ancestral line. To hate your own line and to call yourself a spiritual being and to call yourself good and to say that you're doing good, but you hate your own line. You hate what brought you into this world. You hate what brought you here. You hate what got you here. How can anyone trust you? I wouldn't trust anyone that hates their own ancestors. I understand. I have awful ancestors that I've had to learn to love. And it's the learning to love those that is hated that is the true spirituality that will set us free. That is what is going to set us free, is learning to love what should be hated. I've seen this over and over and over again. I have given love to the most hated criminals and watched them turn their life around. I've watched you guys hate them. I've watched not my watchers, but I've watched people hate on them. I've watched people cut them off and say, it's for the best. It's what you have to do. And I watched them get worse. I have never seen anybody improve from being cut off and hated on. If you guys have, okay, but I don't see it. It is love that changes this world. It is love that shows up. It's love that makes a difference. Hate does not do that. And I know we talked about love and hate one day, about how hate is not the opposite of love. It's another form of love. But it's intense, inverted love, I think I would call it. And I've learned I cannot hate my hillbilly heritage and love myself. And I cannot hate myself and serve my community, to serve you guys with the knowledge that I have. I cannot do that. It's not going to work. I tried that. It doesn't work. I have to love myself. I have to truly embrace myself and who I am. I am the Mystic Hillbilly. I am very mystic in the way that I do everything. Religion and spirit is what rules my life. I will have a full-on autistic meltdown, flapping my hands and everything and going freaking crazy if you try to tell me something that my spirit tells me I shouldn't do. If you try to make me do something my spirit says I shouldn't do, I will have a full-on autistic meltdown. And I've done that since I was a kid. Spirit rules everything. So I am very mystic, but I am very hillbilly, very much hillbilly. I grew up with the hillbillies. I grew up going to the hoedowns. I grew up with the banjos playing and the playing the horns and dancing around doing a little hoe dig. And it's who I am. I'm not going to deny who I am. And if that cuts people off, then that's their bad, And so, yeah, I am the Mystic Hillbilly. And I've had multiple people tell me that nobody's going to listen to you because you chose that name. It breaks my heart. And I've had people tell me that hillbilly's nothing to be proud of. There's a lot of truth in that. There's a reason why they say that. I understand. But it's who I am. I am a hillbilly. I grew up, I'm still in the South. I'm still living in the South. I'm very much trailer trash. Very much trailer trash. That doesn't mean I can't learn philosophy. It doesn't mean I can't teach what I've learned. I hope that someone will let me teach what I've learned. But yeah, it's the Mystic Hillbilly. It can go together. It's contradictory, right? It's contradictory, which is what 22 degrees is about. It's contradictory stuff. It's about feeling the feelings and feeling good feelings while you're feeling bad feelings. And how do you sort out good and bad feelings? What do you do? How do you sort it out? I've had to learn this throughout my life. And, label the feelings, put them in their place, and feel the ones that you can and move on. But contradictions and paradoxes. My son-in-law actually told me that there is no paradox. And I was just like sitting there in my mind, I've got to tell this boy a paradox. And I couldn't think of one at the time to be like, yeah, paradoxes are real. Here's one. Mr. Hillbilly, I think, is a paradox. But is it a paradox? Black and white. Does black and white exist? Does paradox exist? I'm going with my son-in-law saying that paradoxes didn't exist. But yeah, paradoxes, I think, do exist. And they're a part of the reality in the world that we live in. And I've learned I understand why he's saying paradoxes don't exist, because I've learned how to reconcile paradoxes. And it's pretty awesome. It gives you a whole different perspective to look at the world. It doesn't have to be mystic or hillbilly. It can be mystic hillbilly. It can. So, random guy's a paradox. So there we go. We have a paradox living in the chat. So yeah, paradoxes exist. And as humans, we have to kind of reconcile certain paradoxes, For me personally, if we're going to go with black and white, I had very black and white thinking. And through therapy, I've learned to think with the gray. So it's finding the reconciliation of the paradox. And I feel like that's why I'm going to stick with the Mystic Hillbilly name, because life is a paradox. And reconciling that paradox is, I don't know, it's really cool. But yeah, and I think there's some people out there, I don't think that I'm the only mystic hillbilly type out there. I think that there's also country lovers out there that loves philosophy, loves spirituality, and loves things like that. And I'm the teacher for them, and I'm so grateful to be here. And I'm grateful to teach the people that want to learn the spirituality and the stuff that I have to teach. I'm so grateful to teach those people. That really is one of the only reasons why I want to live anymore. This world is so awful. It's so awful. And being in this world it's harsh. It's very harsh. There are way more haters than there are supporters. For every 2 supporters, you have 100 haters. And people are harsh, and they have no desire to reconcile. And it's sad. It really is sad. We could move into a brighter, better world for everyone, but not everyone wants that. So maybe it's not necessarily needed right now. But yeah, 22 degrees is about that. It's about holding the paradox. And Mystic Hillbilly is a paradox. Like, random guy here. I feel like I'm a living paradox. I've lived a paradoxical life. And I think that there's a lot of joy in reconciling the paradox. There's a lot of joy that can be found. And then if you add love, you move into a better life. I at least want to believe that. I at least want to believe it, yeah. So yeah, hillbillies, they're not something to be proud of necessarily, but they're who I come from. And without them, I wouldn't be. So I'm not going to deny my hillbilly heritage. I'm not going to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I think that it's best to show up with truth and authenticity. So that's what I do. I show up with truth and authenticity. And a lot of people are turned off just from the name, just from the name. And to me, that's a glorious, wonderful thing. If you're turned off just from the name, you for sure are not here to learn what I have to teach. So that's it. That's the Mystic Hillbilly. That's why I'm here. And this is a 22-degree day, or at least I woke up on a 22-degree day. I guess my husband, the sun moves to 23 degrees at 9 a.m. my time. So that's like in an hour. In 1 hour, the sun will be moving to 23 degrees. So if you guys are already up, you're up on 22. 22 is a day to sort your feelings out. Any breakdowns that happen, you need to look for the breakthrough in the breakdown. It's not breaking down for no reason, especially if it breaks down today or yesterday. Talking to the past to some people. But sorting your feelings, grounding yourself before you start the day is very good advice. And for those that are going into the 23 Leo energy, it's a day for insight and understanding. So give yourself space and time to be able to come into understanding for any breakdowns or anything that went on during the 22 degrees energy. So there you guys go. That is that's my 22-degree Leo live, talking about why I'm the Mystic Hillbilly, where I've been. Gosh, you guys, I look so stoned, don't I? I'm not. I think I have one of those. Do y'all remember from the 90s in Saturday Night Live, Jim Belushi, the goat boy? Everybody's like, he always looks stoned, but he's not. I think I have one of those faces because people always say that I look that way. Oh, well. Oh, well. You know, it is what it is. And I show up for me. I show up because this is what I want to do. I want to share my knowledge. And I love my whole self. I'm going to be my whole self. I'm going to be who I am. And I am the Mystic Hillbilly. I'm very much hillbilly. I'll go to a hoedown tonight if somebody would invite me. I would. I love it. Square dancing and hooping and hollering and having a good time. I love it. It's good for your soul, I think. Especially good for my soul. It's where I come from. So I'm not going to deny myself, even if you guys think that a hillbilly is the worst person that you could be on earth. Well, here I am being it. So I love it, and I love myself. I'm learning to love myself more and more. Today I'm going to allow myself to feel that love, and I'm going to sort through any other feelings that come up. And I encourage you guys all to do the same. Sort through your feelings and show up for yourself with love. And if you woke up on the 23 degrees low, then try to come to understanding about why you love the way that you love in your life. It'll be an easier day. The energies are on your side for being able to understand yourself. So this is an extra long one. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for commenting, you guys. I'm so grateful. Sorry I ignored you guys, but I can't talk, and I'll get better at this as we go. Anyways, thank you all so much for joining me. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day in this Leo season. I hope that you're able to find and feel the love. And thank you all so much. As always, be blessed with lots and lots of love and grace.